Although one piece of railway track looks very much like any other, the component parts and equipment can vary quite a lot. For the purposes of personal track safety, these are the basics. Running rails are the two rails on which a train's wheels run. On many lines, they also carry a small electrical current called a track circuit, which is used as part of the signalling system. Running rails are supported on sleepers, which keep the rails the correct distance apart. Ballast holds the track in place. The space between the running rails is called the forefoot. The 6 foot is the area between a pair of lines which are the normal distance apart. Sometimes a wider space is provided, known as a 10 foot or wideway. These are just terms, not exact measurements. The cess is the area alongside the railway, and if possible, should be used for access along the line. Some cesses include proper made-up pathways. Near depots, stations and signal boxes, authorised walking routes are often provided to and from places of work. Details are given in a document called the Hazard Directory. Trains use running lines to go from place to place. Each running line has a name, a direction and a speed limit. At this location, trains head away from camera on the left-hand track, called the down main, and towards it on the right-hand track, the up main. The speed limit on both is 75 miles per hour. Details are given in a document called the Sectional Appendix. On most lines, trains are allowed to travel in one direction only, but some are bidirectional or single lines. A train could approach from either direction at any time and in any sequence. Although most railways have 2 lines, some busier routes have more. These allow slow and fast, or stopping and non-stopping trains to be run separately. Near busy stations, the track layout can be very complicated, with many lines, often bidirectional. Points and crossovers allow movements from one line to another. Points have a number displayed on them. These, for example, are 2-4 points, and are usually operated from a signal box. Some can be moved using trackside controls called a ground frame. Here the camera is pointing in the direction of travel. These points are said to be facing, in other words, they allow trains to leave the line. Trains can join a line at trailing points. Sometimes the speed limit changes in these junction areas, but not always. Mileposts are a useful way of identifying a location along the railway. They're found trackside, usually every quarter of a mile. This is the 50.5 milepost. Up and down the railway network there are hundreds of sidings, depots and yards. These are not running lines and not generally shown in the sectional appendix.